I mean, this case was not simple. Blinky, Clyde, Baxter, Coco. But it was Blinky and the problem with him, namely his peeing problem. In this house, I walk in, the smell would knock you off your feet immediately. You've got plastic, some more plastic. You've got throw pillows that are completely covered in plastic. Then, as I'm exploring around the house with my black light, when you see the kind of peeing that you see with Blinky, and you know that it came up out of nowhere, you know that it's just the height of insecurity, the height of territorial anxiety. He is saying, there are barbarians at the gate. I gotta mark this whole area. This is my castle. This is my moat. I am going to pee a moat around this house to make sure that these barbarians don't come in. Debbie is a feral cat helper. She feeds ferals, she traps them and neuters them. She does a great job, but it was happening a little too close to the house. These guys had feral cats circling the property and even coming into the house. What I noticed between Debbie and her boyfriend Brian was that it became the house of bandages. Basically, every time you had a problem and you said, well, what if I do this? You're slapping a bandage on the problem. What if I make a cat sanctuary and I divide up the house? Well, that worked for today, but long term, they were creating more problems than they were solving.
I'm overwhelmed, and I can see I have a lot of work to do.
Things are so much better since Jackson came to my house and helped me with my kitties. I go 2 weeks, even a month without pee in certain areas. But having this yard right here, this has relieved so much pressure and tension, and the kitties are happier, I'm happier.
Debbie was feeding these feral cats right there, right next to the property. That had to end. She had to move her feeding station far away so that Blinky couldn't see them or smell them. That was really important.
Since Jackson came here to help me with my kitties, I have not been peed on once.
The other thing was, allow these cats to explore bigger boundaries. We had to make sure that that backyard was actually a haven for her cats and not for every other cat in the neighborhood.
The greatest thing that Jackson did for me is right here in this yard. It is my perfect fence. It is not worrying about Blinky or Clyde jumping the wall and am I going to see them again? Are they going to get hit by a car or is somebody going to do something mean to them?
It was a really tricky case. At the end of the day, I really wanted to take that whole backyard and contain it. Thankfully, my friends at Perfect Fence came through because that backyard, I mean, that was killer at the end of the day. When I left that home on the last day, it was one of those moments where I'm like, yeah, man, job is done. It really felt good.
It got really crazy. I was not enjoying my kitties or my life like I was and like I should be and like I am now. I really am enjoying it. I sit back here and, oh, I'm gonna get choked up. It's heaven.